Greetings. I'm Laurel Bellows, founder and managing principal of the Bellows Law Group in Chicago, Illinois. Thank you to the extraordinary Pavan Dugal, who I'm honored to call my friend, who has invited me to participate today in this International Cybersecurity Conference. And a special personal greeting to my friends Lalit and Nina Basin. During my presidency of the American Bar Association, we looked at cybersecurity threats, both to our country and to our businesses, the theft of intellectual property, destroying businesses. Today, I'd like to introduce the topic of BYOD. In the United States, when we talk about BYOD, we're talking about bringing your own drink to a restaurant. And the restaurant's risk? No profit on the wine, and legal responsibility if you leave the restaurant and you have a car accident because you've been drinking. But the BYOD I'm talking about today is bring your own device, bring your own personal mobile device to work. That would be primarily your cell phone, an iPad, your laptop. And the employer's risk? BYOD is a threat to data security. Any data contained on the company or law firm system thought to be secure can be accessed intentionally or unintentionally simply by taking your mobile device and placing it on your desk near your personal computer, your company's computer. Many companies have been encouraging employees to use their own personal device for business purposes, thinking it's going to save them money, and reimbursing or not the business use of the phone. Cost savings, administrative efficiency, increasing server capacity, saving on monthly backup fees, saving on recapture of data. All of these were the pluses that lead employers to encourage their employees to use their personal device for business purposes. Companies went and developed policies. They identified risks, did risk assessments, decided BYOD was a good thing, often citing employee satisfaction. They developed policies on appropriate use. For instance, prohibiting use of mobile devices while driving, redefining sexual and workplace harassment to include texts and social media, and training employees about using truly secure networks. But here's the important twist. A BYOD policy opens companies up to additional data security threats that it never had to face before. Malware, personal mobile devices are significantly more likely to have malware than those controlled by the company. Privacy concerns. A device that an employee uses for personal and professional use combined will have personal information. Typically, a company does not want to have access to this personal information. Privacy concerns, client information. Laws require the utmost protection of privacy. But what happens if an employee loses her phone? Will an employee be more likely to report that loss right away? Or will he or she go to great lengths looking in every nook and cranny to find that phone so that they don't have to report the loss? And hoping to find that phone at the same time that there is a loss occurring. So is the loss of a phone a legal data breach? Do regulations require that the company report the loss of the phone? These are questions companies never had to answer before because they had more control over the flow of data on the mobile device. It was their mobile device, their server. How about cloud computing, unsafe Wi-Fi? Think Starbucks, think hotels. Employees accessing company information from unsecure networks can cause a company to lose confidential information. Cloud storage is cheap and widely available and can be very dangerous. Can your clients be confident that the employees are using a secure network to transmit and store all confidential information? The answer is simple. No, they can't. And the newest chapter, right back to the beginning, the cost. We thought we were saving money with a mobile device that was personal. But a California court recently ruled that a company must reimburse its employees for at least a portion of cell phone cost if minutes and data are being used for professional purposes. Will this affect the cost analysis that companies previously performed? Of course it will. Litigation costs? In the event of litigation, tracking, retrieving, and analyzing multiple devices over multiple platforms can balloon litigation costs. And even outside of litigation, the maintenance costs of multiple platforms, Apple, Microsoft, Android, can create a cost nightmare that we never thought about before, and our IT departments are now beginning to have to face. So your panel will discuss these issues about BYOD, and unfortunately I won't be with you to answer your questions. So please remember a few things. BYOD sounds like cost savings, but it's proving out that it isn't a cost savings to employers. Too many risks, a real risk assessment. Your corporate and law firm policies cannot possibly protect company information or client information from security breaches if you are using a BYOD policy. Keep this in mind, listen to your panel, and I hope to be with you at this wonderful conference next year. Namaste.